Hey guys, look what I'm doing. I am reading this cool book, the true book about fossils that we got into yesterday. Yeah, I'm taking a second look at the same book and actually at chapter 1 again to see what else I can do with that information in there. Today, we are going to use text features to learn more about fossils. We're going to observe photographs to sort fossils and non-fossils. And we're going to record what we noticed and wonder from chapter 1. Yes, I know you listened yesterday to me read chapter 1 for the first read. Today we're going to do some close reading of a couple of the pages, and then I'm going to have you listen again as you fill out a sheet. All right, well, first I have another clue, something that matches that mystery journal entry from yesterday. Yeah, it's like a torn piece of a picture I found. And it goes with that writing from yesterday. What do you notice as you look closely and observe this piece of this picture here? What do you see? I think I see a man maybe lying on the ground. And I see something big next to him. Maybe it's a big bone? I don't know. All right. What can we learn by studying fossils? What can we learn? Look at these cool fossils. We are going to use information today from our book to help answer this question. And this was from chapter 1 that we looked at yesterday, Clues from the Past. What are clues? What are clues? What is a clue? A clue is something that helps you to solve a mystery or a problem. What do you think clues from the past means? Things that help us know more or solve the mystery of things long ago. So fossils do help us solve mysteries about the Earth long ago. Those are the clues from the past. Did you ever wonder how scientists have learned so much about Earth's history? History is the study of events that happened in the past. How do we know what the dinosaurs looked like, what they ate, or where they lived? How do we know that fish existed before mammals? How have we learned about our human ancestors? The answer to these questions is through the study of fossils. Yeah, so what is a fossil again? Here's some fossils. Fossils are bones, shells, or other traces of animals or plants from millions of years ago, preserved as rock. Okay, let's think about this for a minute. So fossils can be bones, they can be shells, but they can also be a trace of an animal or a plant. Like this right here, this isn't a part of an animal or plant, that's the print that the animal's foot made in the rock. That's a trace. That's just their footprint that's been fossilized. It's not actually their foot. And this is an animal body. These are bones. But this right here isn't an animal, but it's still a fossil because a fossil can be a plant also. So fossils can be bones, shells, or other traces of animals or plants from millions of years ago, preserved as rock. So they're always on rock. So cool. Okay, so what can we learn by studying fossils? What can we learn? We can learn what the Earth was like long ago by studying a fossil. We can learn what dinosaurs looked like and what they ate. And we can learn what old humans were like from the past. Okay, so remember a clue. A clue is something that helps us to solve a mystery or a problem. So today, the first thing you're going to do, you have this slide in your assignment. You are going to sort these pictures based on whether you believe they are fossils or not fossils. That's not fossils is another way of saying non-fossils. They are not fossils. So like you will take this picture here and you will decide, is this a fossil or is it not a fossil? And you will drag it to the correct column. So I've got 6 different pictures I want for you to categorize. Okay. Then I want you to come through and I want you to look at these 2 pages with me. Let's take a look at page 8 and 9. Now, when you look at nonfiction text, you're going to notice that titles sometimes are in different colors than the text. And sometimes boys and girls don't even bother to read those titles. They just jump right into the text. But I always want you to read the titles because that's going to get your brain thinking about what that section is going to be about. So this section here, digging up fossils, that's the title for this section here. And if you don't read digging up fossils, you're going to go right into this text not realizing that you're reading about digging up fossils. And then right here, you have this beautiful picture. Some kids forget to look at the pictures, but you don't because you realize that there's so much to look at in the pictures to help you understand what you're reading. And then over here, we've got a different color for our text. This color is red. This is the caption. The caption tells just about the picture. So if you don't read the caption, you don't exactly know what you're seeing in the picture. I mean, I can look and I can see that there's some people and some bones and some fossils, but I got to read this caption. Paleontologists carefully excavate a 10-million-year-old rhinoceros skeleton in Nebraska. If I hadn't read that caption, I wouldn't know that these people are paleontologists, and I wouldn't know that this is a 10-million-year-old rhinoceros, sorry, I said that wrong, rhinoceros skeleton in Nebraska. I wouldn't know what that was, and I wouldn't know what they were doing. They are excavate. They excavate this fossil. And when you excavate, that's when it says here in the text, when you dig and remove them from the surrounding rock. So look at all that information that was just in that little tiny caption right there. So let's take a look at what it says in digging up fossils. Most fossils are buried beneath the earth. Paleontologists excavate or dig and remove them from the surrounding rock. Fossils are delicate, so scientists must work carefully. Excavators may mist water on the rock to soften it. Then they use tools such as dental picks to chip the rock away. Large bones are usually encased in plaster of Paris to protect them for transport. They are shipped to laboratories for further study. So what does it mean that the paleontologists excavate fossils from the surrounding rock? It means they dig them up. They carefully, it says, because they're delicate, they're fragile. They dig them up to remove them from the rock that's around them. Now, how do they do that? Well, it says, sometimes they mist the water to soften it on the rock, but they use tools such as a dental pick and they chip the rock away. Okay, so we're talking about a delicate fossil that breaks easily. Surrounding rock, that's all that rock around the fossil. And we need a careful excavator, a person who can carefully get that fossil out of the rock. Okay, so what was that page mostly about? It was about how paleontologists get the fossils out of the rocks, right? How they dig them up. Look at that. That's the title. Digging up fossils. That's why we always read that title. Okay. Now for independent work today, I want you to stop and I want you to find my YouTube video. It's in this lesson where I read this whole chapter to you. Because today I only read this page to you, right? And I read this page to you. But I want you to get back to the whole story of chapter 1 so that you can answer the questions on this page. Now, these questions, you have a couple choices. You can type on the slide. You can print the slide and write on it. You can just use a blank piece of paper and answer the questions. But I want you to have this ready to go while you're listening to my read aloud so that you can pause it when you notice something that you see in the pictures that I'm showing you in the book. So when you notice something and you think, I need to write that down, I noticed something. I want you to pause the video and write it down. Then, you know how we're all good questioners and our brains are going and they're always thinking and asking questions. What is going on here? What am I? Think about what you wonder. And it says ask a question about what you want to know about fossils or paleontologists as you're getting through my story. Now, I'm sure that a second grader could easily write down one thing they notice and one thing they wonder. So if you are working today and you do that, you're going to get a satisfactory. That's a good grade. You did the assignment. But I know most of us can do more than just that. Come on, guys. I know that as you look, you're going to have more than one thing that you noticed about the pictures and that you're wondering. So why don't you see if you can't fill up all this space? Come up with several for each. That's how you get a 4 today and show that you went above and beyond. All right, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with today. See you next time.